Hello everyone, Denise Carpenter from ReikiAssociates.com here, and we're going to continue on with our playlist, the Usui Reiki Principles. Now last week we discussed the first principle, which is today, just for today. They all begin with just for today, do not anger, and about the difficulties when you translate words from one language to another, and we're translating from Japanese into English. So please go back and listen to that if you're getting caught in the languaging of some of these principles. And today we're going to work on the second principle, just for today, do not worry. Now these first two, just for today, do not anger, and just for today, do not worry, are all about reminding us that just for today, we need to be present of where our energy actually is. Anger hooks us into the past, and worry, just for today, do not worry, the second principle, hooks us either into the future or into events of the past. And again, what we want to do is unhook those and bring our energy to the present day so that we can step forward from a place of responding to what's going on in our life as opposed to just reacting. When we're not fully present, when we don't have as much of our energy available to us as there is, if we're hooked into anger or we're hooked into worry, then rather than being 100%, having 100% capacity to work our way through whatever's presenting to us in the present moment, if we've got, like, say, 20% hooked into anger and another 20% hooked into worry, we only have 60% available to us. So that really gets in the way or reduces our capacity to respond from a place of unconditional love, as opposed to doing a knee-jerk reaction of something we've either been taught in our family, in our culture, at school, with our peers. Like there's just so many teachings out there. So let's look at just for today, do not worry. Now, when we translate that through, that seems like an impossible task, even if you're a worrier. So what we're really asking is, just for today, I need to be conscious of where my energy is flowing. So remember that energy follows thought. So whatever we think about is where we're sending our energy. So if we're worried that, oh, my child, like this event may not go well for my child, rather than all of the negative things that could happen, if we could wrap that event and that child in the energy of, things always go well for my child. Things always go well for my child. Or if it's around yourself, things always go well for me. And bring that 100% conviction of the universe is always working towards our highest good, whatever that may be. Bring that into the present moment. So that's the first thing, is about being accountable as to where we're sending our energy. So it'll take a practice. So you'll have to catch yourself when you're worrying, like, oh, I wonder how that's going to go for my child. That's not a worry. But if 5 minutes later I'm still there, that's a worry. And then that's actually kind of the influence that I'm sending into that child's life, or into my life, or into that event that I'm going to take part in. So we just need to be a bit more responsible for our thoughts, if we can. Now, if you find you've just got one of those monkey brains, and it just is always in motion about something, and I can relate to that. I used to have one too. Meditation was my way out of that, but so I'll just offer that. But there are many ways to bring that monkey brain into more of a consistent flow. So if you've just got one of those monkey brains that just goes everywhere, you'll have to build some techniques into the day for yourself. So let's say we're concerned about, we have this event coming up, we're going for an interview of something. Oh, I wonder how this is going to go. What should I wear? What if? So when we find those what ifs, this, what if that, what if this, what if that, starting to come up, then we need to build into our thought pattern, oh, there I am again. Okay, so what is it about me that I'm really that's really coming to the surface for me so that I can deal with it and let it go. And worry is one of those hidden gifts. So as we start to become more aware of where our thoughts go and worry, it actually is helping bring unresolved issues to the surface so that we can work our way through them. So let's look at an extreme example. Let's look at COVID. Let's look at COVID and the worry and the fear that comes up around COVID. So my practice has been just for today, do not worry. Just for today, I am going to trust that the universe is always working towards my highest good. All those people that come onto my path today are here to help me, empower me, help me grow, whatever it may be. And I'm just going to trust that whatever presents itself before me in my path, I'm going to be able to manage or deal with or help grow through, just for today. So my offering for you is just for today. Let's give this a try. Just for today, rather than sending our worry out in this frenetic kind of, it's almost like beating yourself up in a way. So rather than that, let's bring all of our energy into the present moment. And just for today, if we have those, what if this, what if that, oh my this, oh my that come up, let's go inside and see if we have an unresolved issue around that. Okay, so this is a big homework to do. I know it is. This is one of the, a real growth principle. These all are tremendous growth opportunities for us. And my practice became in 1996 when I first took this training. I just had no idea how I was going to even manage to bring those into my life. Like my monkey brain was off the charts in those days. And so I made the decision then that I would do them one month at a time. So for 1 month, I would focus on just for today, do not worry. And see wherever I had that worry come up, I would go, oh, let's go in and see what's unresolved for me. If there's action I need to take on the outside of me, I'm certainly going to take that action. I'm not just going to let something fall apart. But for the most part, it's about bringing up unresolved issues. And the same with just for today, do not anger. It was a real experience in figuring out why I was such an angry person in those days. I'm not anymore, but I was in those days. So that was 1996. I've been working on it ever since. So that's, where are we now? 2021. So 15 years or so. 25 years or so, I guess. Yeah. And this month is my just for today. It's the fourth principle. So I kept that up over all of those years. And I have to say my life just began to transform. It became more peaceful. It became more purposeful. And the interactions I had with those that came into my path really started to shift. So these Reiki principles are wonderful guidelines for living a life. I'm offering them to you. Sensei Usui offered them to us. And please play with them. So we'll see you next week, where we're going to be working on the third principle. And just for today, do not worry. Namaste.